Okay, welcome back. All right, Tori, I tried to change the setting on that. Right now, you should be able to see your grade after you submit it. Have you submitted it yet?
Yeah, I submitted it. I got it.
Okay. But I do have on question results that it's after the due date. So I really have preferred to do that after submission. However, I for some reason now that students are in it, I don't know if that's the reason. He says you can only change some setting at the section level. So I put in a note to the tech people at Newton and see if they can if that can be fixed. If not, I'll try to do it for the next one. Okay.
All right,
Because
cool.
like you'll be able to see your you know which ones you got wrong. But I'll see if it's possible. It does say you can only change some settings, so that may be one of them. All right. So when you come in, let me see your faces. All right. I want to get used to you, especially at the beginning. So, Justice, are you on like a laptop? Yeah, because I can only see the top of your head. So when you do that, the honor lock thing, it's gonna you got to show it your face. All right. I know that it's a pain in the neck, especially with a laptop, because I deal with that too. When I'm trying to do a laptop, I like to have the thing open so I can see the screen at the level I want it, and then of course it has to do with it messes over the camera. All right, so I'm going to see if I can get back into that thing. I had to get out of student mode to. You had to go into student view to get to that review, and then I had to get out of student review to start the Zoom. So, has anybody got any particular questions?
Will the like test be timed at all?
Yeah, it's got to be within the hour and 15 minutes of the
Hour
class.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
How many problems?
So, I think about 20. 20, I think, if I remember correctly. So there's your info about it. And then tomorrow in the morning class, the 020, I'll also go back through and go over problems. Anybody that is not in that 020, if you message me, I'll send you a link and see if you can get in if you're interested. Because we'll go over review questions and the review as well. I don't know if I'll be able to get to every problem because we didn't get through every one of them here either. But I want to make sure we have all of them. Anybody got anything specific they want me to answer? Else? Had some good questions. Not honor lock. I want to go to assignments. So make sure you do that honor lock. I would assign it and let you do it. I would let you do it this morning, but I wanted to actually actively review because that's the key to staying in this course, that verification quiz, because it just makes sure who you are. Evidently, the school is gunning for people. I don't know what it is. It's not students. It's somehow that people are able to get on with bots and create students and stuff. So we got to make sure that we are dealing with real people.
The only thing I'm really having trouble with now is the is like reading the set builder notation.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. So we had one like that. I don't know if we're going to have any more in there or not. Let's see what we can do. And in the meantime, while we go over these, oops, I got to go in student view because it doesn't let me see it if it goes into student. If I'm not in student view, it takes me into, the guts of the thing. Let's see what's going on. All right, so I only saw one with the set builder notation. So the key is here, really, this part over here. That's just kind of a formality. It just means X, in this case, is an integer. That's what Z means, integer. Here's the ones that's the natural numbers. That means the counting numbers. So integers means that it can go below 0, which there's no need for that here. And that's why this one is wrong, because that's everything less than or equal to 0, which would include 0. I'm sorry, less than 100, which would include 0 and all the negative numbers. So that's why this one wasn't wrong. Right. And this is just saying what variable we're using. And then this is saying what type of number it is. In other words, natural numbers like 1, 2, 3. And over here, like I said, this one is not right. This one is messed up because notice that on this one, these two here, the arrows are going the same way, the inequalities. That's necessary for them both to be going to the left. If it's like that, then that simply means for this second one, for example, this means between 0 and 100. Okay. Greater than 0, less than 100. If there's an equal, then it means it includes. If there's an equal, it means it includes. If there's no equal, it means that it's the next number down. That's why.
What if it said like the X is greater than or equal to 100? Like, I just get confused, like how far does it go, or does it stop at 100? I don't.
Okay.
They
See
have
down
more
here?
ones in the practices. This one was fairly easy, but the other ones were longer and confusing.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I remember. I don't know if there's any more of those in here. That's why I'm looking at this one. But if there's an equal sign, then that means it includes the number. See over here, it includes 100. And then over here on this side, you see, this one includes 100. And we got to use that one because it says less than or equal to 100. That's why we got to throw that one out, because it does not include 100. It would just go up to 99. So that's why that one is the right number, right answer. All right, well, we might get to another one in there. Let's see if they let us go back down to where we were at. Yeah, they do. And it's the same results. Good. I think we did this one. All right, this one looks kind of like a pain in the neck, but we'll go ahead and do it. Let's see what else they got. I thought they. Oh, so there's only 24 of them. Okay, I was thinking there were 30. It's just 30 points. So we got plenty of time. All right. So what I want to do, I'm going to evaluate this, and I got to start on the inside, the most complicated part, and work my way out. Because what I want to do is, unless I know what A union B is, I can't intersect it with C. So A intersection B oh, it's A union B, I'm sorry. All right, so A union B would be 5. Make sure I'm doing this right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that correct? 5 is B, 6 is in both, 7's in A, 8 is in A and B, 7 is in both, 9 is in A, and 10 is in A. All right. So we got to have that right there. So that right there is that part. All right. Now we got to take this and intersect it with C. We already got C there. We don't need to write it out again. All right. So we're going to take and we're going to intersect. Remember that little thing there? Intersect. So we're looking for the common values between A union B and C. So common values 6, 8, and 10. So then what we got, A union B intersection C is 2, let's see, 6, 8, 10. All right. So that's this whole side over here on the left. Now we're going to take this whole thing and intersect it with C. I'm sorry, with B. So we're going to take this and that and find anything in common. And it looks to me like they have 6 and 8 in common. All right. Any questions on that one? So that one takes 3 steps, but always start at the most complicated part, work your way out. All right, so this one's going to be a bit of a kicker. This is that using De Morgan's law. Let's see if we can figure this out. All right, if u is equal to -7, 0, 1, 3, 4.5, 5, 6, 8, 9, 14, and 15, a is the 0, 3, 4.5, 5, 8, and 9, and b is -7, 0, 4.5, 9, and 14. Now, they want us to find A complement union with B complement for these sets, and they're saying we can use De Morgan's law. And De Morgan's law where was he at? It's already moved down from it. Every time I get out of this, it kind of goes back to the beginning. So this is what I'm using. I'm using De Morgan's law, and this is the side we got. We got this one right here. A complement union with B complement. A complement union with B complement. Okay? So that means that this is equivalent by De Morgan's law to that rascal right there. So this is equal to A complement, A intersection B complement. So De Morgan's law is real easy here because what we got to find is just the intersection first. You can do this one directly, but they mentioned De Morgan's law because it's generally shorter. Because this right here is you got to find the complement of A, complement of E, and then union them. That'll be fine if you want to do that as a set operation. But De Morgan's law can make short work of it. So we just got to find out what's A intersection B. All right, let's see if I can get these things here. Y'all help me. A intersection B. What's the intersection between A and B?
Zero, 4.5.
All right, let me see. So A and B have
9.
0, 4.5, and 9. Because 0, okay, 0 is right, but 3 is not over here in B. 5.8 is not in B. I'm sorry, 5 is not in B, and 8 is not in B. Same thing over here. -7 is not in A. And 14 is not in A. Right? So there's the intersection. So same old game. Whenever we want to find the complement, then we're going to go back to the universe and strike out each one of these from the universe. And what's left over is the complement. Okay? And that's it right there. This one's kind of pain in the neck, but
Wait, go back. I think I got that one wrong. Wait, I picked the last one. So what did I do wrong?
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Watch.
Okay.
I'm just a dope here. That's right. Right there. So they give you that one right
Complement
here
of that.
as a kind of a red herring to make it think, oh, I've done it. But now we got to do the ones that we didn't strike out. So all of those that I kind of got circled. So let's just do it. So one more step. I thought that was awful easy. So then the complement is going to be everything else. So -7, 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 14, 15. And then you're correct. It is the last one. I see a question in here that's been in the chat. So the answer is just the remaining numbers. Yeah, exactly. That's what the complement is. All right. I'm not sure who that is, Adam. Make sure and change your Zoom profile to say your full name. All right. And then cameras on, Coach, tomorrow for that test. See, here's the stuff here. It's a Zoom test. You're going to be on camera for taking it. So make sure everything's working. All right. And that's also, I take attendance every day. It doesn't affect your grade, but I keep track of here because the department wants to know who's here and who's not. And I take it at the beginning with cameras on and make sure you got your name right on there so I can look it up. All right. So let's go back over. I think we had that one more, right? All right. And this one is a pain in the neck just because I do my numbering differently with the Roman numerals. They do the Roman numerals, but they do them in a different order. They're doing them like 1, 2, 3. They do the outside first, and then they do all the double ones 4, 5, and 6, and then 7, and then 8's out here in theory. So I don't like that, but you know, and that's one of the challenges of teaching because no matter what you do as a teacher, you'll find that another teacher invariably will do something a different way. All right, hold on a second. I'm just checking, make sure I got everybody. All right. All right. Good to have you here, Adam. We're working on this review, And this review is under assignments with, there was 6 homeworks, one for each. Well, 2 of them, we had 4 sections that we cover in the textbook, but the first one and the last one are broken into 2. So that's why there's 6 different ones. And then you got a review quiz. It's coded as a quiz, and it's a review assignment to get you ready for the test tomorrow. And that's what we're going over here. This had me thrown off because it says 30. I thought that was 30 problems, but I guess there's some ones that are different. Oh, and I got to click that one. All right. So let's see if we can do this. Use the Venn diagram to determine if C intersection A union B, because the A union B is going to be done first, and then you intersect it with C. And then on the other side, is that equal to C intersection A union with C intersection B? Yeah, more or less same. There's not as many. Let me ask, while I'm thinking about it before we do this last one. I think I had a timer on there, but I think it said 2 hours, which seems, I don't know why I picked that long. I would have probably picked it shorter. How long did it take y'all to work if you're just working it on your own? How long did it take you? Anybody got any feedback on that? Well,
I think I started at 10 and I
okay,
did
that's good, and it'll be shorter.
a
So,
short.
so if it took you, like I said, one of the students, I think that was Adam. He said about an hour. So that's good because I'm going to take some of them out and have 20. So that should be plenty of time. I might go through them again and take out a couple. I'll see. All right. So let's see what we can do. So what I got to do is I'm going to just pull one side, find out which regions it's equal to. All right. So I got to start. The most complicated part is always the thing to do. So A union B are just everything but 3. All right. They're not elements. It's just identifying as regions. So that's why I'm not putting any curly brackets. So everything but 3 is an A union B. Okay. Everything but that one. Now I got to intersect that with C. Now C get them in order here so that's easier to. So C is 3, 5, 6, and 7. 3, 5, 6, and 7. Now we got to find the intersection between those two. I'm going to write it right underneath here. Maybe I'll just write it right up here. So we're looking at the intersection between these two. I'm going to switch to a different color. So it looks like the only ones that are common are 5, 6, and 7. So I'm just going to put it up here. All right, now let's try the other side. Got two intersections, so that should be easy enough. So C intersection A is this is C intersection A right here. Okay. That's C intersection A. 6 and 7. So C is 5, 7. C intersection B, right there. Those two. 5 and 7. Now we got to take the union of them. In other words, we're just going to put these all in one group. Make sure we got all of them. 5, 6, 7. What do you say? Are these equivalent sets? Are they equal? Do they contain the same regions?
Yes.
Yep, they just sure do. Good. Because both of them will come out the same. Oh, it was 5, 6, and 7. All right. We got some people here that weren't in the morning. And also, I did neglect to record for a little bit this morning. Since I came in a few minutes early, I paused it and then I forgot to unpause it. I should just let it record because I just don't like to have a big, tail on the end. So if we're not doing anything, I like to start when we get to the meat of stuff. Yeah, look. If you ask for a password, I'm gonna run you out of class because look, this is that addendum thing. Did you find this addendum, Adam? You know where that's at? Okay, look down here. See, this is the calendar. This is the lifeblood of the class. This tells you where we're at any given day. If we're not here, of course, if I come in and I don't know where I'm at, had a hard day, hard night, then this tells me what we should be covering any given day. We're finishing, we're on chapter 2 review. Right now, all of these recordings have been replaced up here on the blue links. See that right there? That's the first day. Anything about getting started. This right here, I also won't hear because some people are in both classes. There's an 020 class. It's just kind of support class. I also put that here because it's directly related to the material in here. And so some people might want to watch this. So no passwords needed. It's on YouTube. So like if we click on this, you get to see. And like I said, yes, it always got that tail on it and everything until I get going. That's why I wish I could take those off, but you know. Oh, this is the one where I forgot to, y'all didn't, y'all got to remind me if I'm not sharing the screen, but I started sharing it. But anyway, that's the video. It's on YouTube. I'm not going to play anymore because I don't like hearing my voice. All right. So, I'll put the videos we get recorded today here. I've been pretty good about it, but sometimes I forget, so you might remind me, but they are old ones. It's just that we were using a different book for that class. And then tomorrow, the test. So make sure your Zoom is on so I can see you. That verification quiz over here. You gotta use Google Chrome. You don't have to use Google, operating system, but everybody now, Windows has got Google Chrome. Mac's got Google Chrome because I've worked with a couple of people that had that. And then also, of course, I use a Chromebook. I tested this morning and did the verification with my little Chromebook, and it worked just fine. It's really easy. I like it. I like it better than Respondus. So do that because that's your ticket to stay in. The school wants to know that you're not a bot, and I'm here to make sure no bots are playing my game. All right. So anyway, let's go back. Is there anything else? I mean, I can go back and go through. If there's anything in here and any of these that you know of a problem in there, mainly the review is the big picture. And like I said, I'm going to take a few things out of it. So if the review is more agreeable to you than all the homeworks together, then that's good because I didn't put everything in there because there are just some things. Well, I've already done that. I'm not going to take it out of the review. It's just the test is going to have review-ish problems with some removed. So that way it's shorter. If I mean, I'll try to go through it again and see if there's something in there that we necessarily don't need. For the most part, everything in here seemed fairly relevant, and I'd already taken out like things that I felt were duplicated. So if I do that before the test, I'll do it before the test tomorrow. Like I said, I think it's all right, but all right, I got to remember to put it in there too. I got to link it. All right, where was that review? Let's start looking at that. Oh, there it is. It's half blind today. All right, so how do we find out if these two sets are equal? Let's just talk about it. We don't necessarily have to work it out. How do we know if these two sets are equal? Adam, you look like you've been keeping up here. What do you think about this? How do we know if two sets are equal? All right, well, I'll tell you. Two.
They have the same amount of elements in the same
Okay,
elements.
take out the amount. Two sets are equal if they have the exact same elements. All right. All right. So this one, they both have 1. They both have 7. They both have 66. They both have 5. The order doesn't matter. And let me just put that here. I don't think any of the problems do repeats, but they do order, as you can see. So let's say 8, So 3 is the same on both. But this one's got 2 and this one's got a 9 instead. So unless the elements are exactly the same, then they're not equivalent. So in this case, there's just one little difference. One little difference. These are not equal because 2 is not in V and 9 is not. All right. But what can we say about these, though? They're not equivalent. I'm sorry, they're not equal. I'll kind of give away the answer. But they are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Equivalent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But these sets are equivalent because they have the same number of elements. They both have 7, and that's what's called the cardinal number. The cardinal number. The cardinal number is the number of elements. Yeah, good. All right, let's see what else we can do. So oftentimes the best thing to do when they give you 2 sets to see if they're equal or equivalent, one of the things they'll do to kind of make it a little bit challenging is, see, they give this one as roster form, and this one is just a description. All right. So what we need to do is we need to go and write them out. It says between 18 and 29. It does not say inclusive, so it starts at 19. So there we go. So not 18 and 19, but everything in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this one only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are not equivalent. And if they're not equivalent, then they're not going to be equal. And if they're equal, they will also be equivalent. Equivalence is the same number. They call it the cardinal number, the same count. That's what this little thing means here. That 5 is called the cardinal number. It's the count of the number of elements in the set. All right. So when you see that, all that means is just the number of elements. All right. Did anybody think of anything other than Texas and Tennessee? I'm pretty sure that's it. I used to know the states pretty well. I think that's it. So that was just list them. So cardinal number. Well, they're easy here. When we get to the end, they take more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the cardinal number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course, any set that's got 6 elements would be equivalent to that one. All right, so finite or infinite? Finite. Don't pay attention to my answers. I'm wrong sometimes. Is that a finite set or infinite? The best way to know is to write it out in roster form, I think. It does not say inclusive. So that means we're going to start at 13, 14. And in theory, we would just keep going on. But instead of just keeping typing them, we'll do this and then we'll write 98. So we could figure out how many of these are. Basically, it's a, but it doesn't ask that, but there is a count here. You would just have to kind of write them all out and count them. Thankfully, it's not asking for that. I think it's 86 if it were, because you just take and subtract the first ones, but they're not asking.
I'm sorry, I just have a question.
Yeah,
I
what's
just have a
that?
question.
Integers. Yeah, let me just answer his, but and you can
Go
talk.
ahead.
Integers are numbers that are negatives. The positive numbers, one it's starting at 1 and going on to infinity, are natural numbers. If you throw in 0, it's called whole numbers, and you throw in the positive negatives, that's the integers. And then you throw in the fractions and the irrational numbers like pi and square root of 2. That makes up the real numbers. All right. So what was that?
Is this the same? This the same material we just went over in 020?
Yeah, this is the same stuff. I'm just going back through it because I neglected to record this first part. Plus, I thought there was 30 problems, and I thought it was the hard ones that were going to be on there towards the last 5 hard ones. So I figured it was going to take a lot of time. So I pasted it to where we like I said, I mispaste. So we got plenty of time. So I figured I'd go back over it. But any specific questions? I mean, I don't mind getting off of this. I'm just trying to make sure the whole thing is recorded if I can. You know, we should be able to do that pretty quickly because the first ones were went pretty quick. So again,
I'm so sorry. One
what's
question
up?
asked. Are we able to use scratch paper?
Oh yeah, scratch paper calculator.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because that's kind of how I've been doing it.
Yeah, you cannot do these without. All right, so here's kind of the basic things. Okay. I think it's something like this. Whatever that one is, it's kind of a weird name, you know. And then writing instrument. I highly recommend a pencil because with pens, when you're doing math, you make a mistake, then you know how that works. You got to be very confident to do it with a pen, and I would say that on a test, I would not want to be that confident myself because I'll invariably get in there and then have a whole bunch of scribble scratch. Because if you got something that's wrong, you're gonna have to scratch it out somewhere. But anyway, oftentimes though too, you don't necessarily have to erase it. You can just start over and just make a mark that this is not right. And if you want to double check something. But anyway. So you got blank paper, calculator, writing instrument, because they'll do that thing like survey of your surroundings. So just make sure they see those things.
So when you say we're gonna take the test on Zoom, how that works, just like we are today?
Yeah. In other words, you're gonna just show your face where you're working at.
Mhm.
Brandy's got like the perfect situation there. She looks just, I can see what she's doing. She's looking at the screen. And that's the way that we'll do it the first time. I'm not that worried about the phones yet, because when we do the honor lot, then they take care of the phone's business. But I don't see how a phone is going to help you personally. So like I said, I'm just kind of trying to be in line with the department's policies and our department chair. She's really kind of a stickler for things.
And is it gonna be like just like the review, like where we do multiple choice or write it in, and it's gonna be on the computer?
Right. Yeah. Just like what we're doing
Yeah.
here. It'd be just like this.
Okay.
Because this is the student view. So it'll look
Mhm.
just like this kind of thing.
Oh, so what we just gonna have to do is share our screen?
No. You're not sharing your screen because you're going to be looking at the screen. You could share it, but that's an interesting idea. But I don't really need to see your screen. I'm just going to see your face for this time. What happens when you
Okay.
do the honor lot? Then you're sharing your screen. It'll take over your screen so that I can see it, kind of thing. And it'll also be taking a pic, your video. So, Adam, I'm not sure what you're asking now. I think we determined that a iPad may not work for Honor-Lock. I don't know. You can try it.
Nope,
But
it
you're
will
gonna
not
have,
work. I've been trying all day yesterday. I had to do it on
yeah.
my
I don't think that
laptop.
usually when there's support things, iPad is the first one that they kind of don't have. It's a
Yeah,
Mac
it
is
don't
fine.
do it.
I don't know if they consider, because they consider it a portable device.
Yeah, it says it's a mobile device. Yeah, Zoom work fine on iPad.
Yeah,
I use
on
my iPad
Zoom,
when I'm at
fine,
work.
as long as I can see your face, I don't care about the iPad. But for the midterm and final, I have to use Honor-Lock. Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't think that those will let you do that. Now, just as an idea, Adam, if you're not too far from the City Park campus, I don't know how they handle it, but they used to have this lab over in Building 2 near where I work. And you could go in there and I would use it. You could just send a student over there and they could use one of the computers and they had everything set up. Well, now they moved that lab over to the new library building, but I've not been to it. But you can go over, if you want to go over there and look and see if there's see if they've got like a lab. It's where they got Honor-Lock installed. Because again, you got to have the Zoom installed. I mean, sorry, you got to have the Honor-Lock installed on the computer. You don't need a Zoom for it. You're using the Honor-Lock. So, yeah, the lab. I'm sorry, the lab. From what I heard, they moved it over to the library. I don't know where it's at, but I would almost bet if you go over there and just go to where something looks like a library and just tell them, I need to take a test using Honor-Lock. Is there a place I can do it? So you don't have to worry about that for tomorrow, as long as you got something that works. Yeah, they have them in Building 2. Now, Building 2 is funny, okay? That's the lab that I was originally talking about that was like when you go in and it was staffed and you can go in. Now, the nursing people have taken it over. Now, we can still use it, but there's nobody that mans it. But they'll bring a bunch of students over there from nursing and test, and then we'll give exams up there using that big lab. So I think they've got in building 2. So I don't know if building 2 has got anything where you can just go in and use it, because that room is locked. And so there, unless there's somebody in there, you know what I'm saying? So building 7, is that, which one is building 7? Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, I think you can work it out. If you got work study there, you probably know more than me. So that's what we're dealing with, okay?
I'm looking at the test review PDF thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of has the what's it called? The notation. Does that build a notation thing?
Let's see. How can you send me a problem?
I can share. Oh wait, hold on. Share
Do I
this.
need to unshare?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that would be the only way. But I mean, it's in, if you go under in the home, go down and press,
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's in there. Okay.
like number, well, really 7 and 6. I just have trouble reading it. Like, I don't know.
All right. So if they had one this kind of complicated, like this one, number 6, over in the Newton, they would probably put right here, 4n instead of writing out multiples of a 4. But I don't think we're going to need to worry about that. But multiple of 4, well, that just means I'll just type out some multiples of 4.
But like, how many should I put? You know what I'm saying?
Well, just watch. I'm just
Okay.
going to put them out just to get the pattern going. All those are multiple of 4, right? All right. So this is the set. How far can I go? Do I have any more? There's a bunch of them, right? I can just keep
Isn't
on
like
going
infinite? Yeah.
because it doesn't have any end to it. If it had like a inequality,
Yeah. So I just put dot,
like
dot,
in
dot.
number 7, so then this is just going to be, okay, that's all that is there. Now this one, okay, this one says natural number. This uses a symbol for natural number, but natural number just means the counting numbers. You don't have to worry about any that are negative. All right. And that's fine, because even if it were integers, this would still work, even if you're thinking of integers, because it's going to start where? What's the first number coming from the left? 12, right?
Right.
So is there an equal there underneath that? See, there's
The
an
less
equal.
equal to,
Yeah, on the left. So that means we got to include 12.
Okay.
Now, there's no indication of multiples or anything like that. So it's just going to be all of them. And again, I'm going to dot, dot, dot. And then I'm going to end at 30 because it includes 30, because 30 also has an equal sign.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it ended at 30 or not. That's why I was,
Yeah, you got to put the end. You got to put the end. If it had just said, X was greater than 12 or greater than equal 12, then you would have 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, blah, blah, blah. And then it would just be dot, 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 no end, like we did up here. But when you've got these that got the 3 parts, that means you got a beginning and an end. See, there's your beginning and there's your end. So even counting number. Oh, that's not, yeah, it's still using it. X is an even counting number. So even counting number is just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, dot, 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 dot. But they're not asking you to list it. They're asking you what?
If 11 is an element of it, right?
Yeah, and we can kind of see that the next one would be 12. It skips over 11. So
So
this
that would be
is
false.
false. So what's in building 7? What is that building? Is that the one where the student, like the student life and all that is, and the gymnasium? Building 7? I know on one side, the side I hang out on, and the student center, it's building 22 on one side, and that other side near the library. There's so darn many buildings I don't ever go into. All right, well, let's go back over and see if we can get through. Like I said, that's a good was. Where is there any more? I think to be all of it. We got a few more minutes, so I want to see if I can throw them a few more on the recording. Yeah, they closed that Burger King. I'm upset. Well, building 1 is the big one. Is that the one with like automotive and all that? All right, so let's put a few more in here. All right, so well, next time I go over there, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, though. I like learning about the school because it's a big place. All right, so for this, we picked 4095 when we came back around. Let's see how we did that. We need a calculator for this. And we also need the number of elements in N, which in this case is 12 because there's 12 months. They're expecting us to know a little bit of something. So then N is equal to 12. So then we're going to use the calculator. Now on the Alex, I'm sorry, I keep saying Alex. On your TI, there's a key on there that looks like that. It's just like a little cone, a little dome, maybe like a 2-dimensional pyramid. It's also the same key that's above the 6 for your shift. That is traditionally what you use to create a power or an exponent. So we're using that formula here. Number of subsets. Two to the n. So then we're going to take 2, put it in. We click that the little cone thing, and then we put in 12. Now they have 496 on here, but why does that one end up being 495? Because proper subsets, you got to subtract from one. Okay. Y'all doing all right? I like seeing y'all looking at the screen. It makes me think I'm doing something useful here. Appreciate y'all. All right, and this is the same kind of thing. It's a kind of a thinly disguised. It's really just but it's the same thing as the other one. This should be a freebie. All right. A car dealership offers 10 different upgrades in each of the vehicle it sells. 10 upgrades. You got a whole set of 10 items. If you can choose any number of upgrades offered, including 0 of them, how many different ways you can do it? It's the same old thing. We just don't need to subtract 1 now. So it's 2 to the 10. 1024. All right. So this is just a matter of seeing if these things are true. F is not in D because F has got 4. And then this one's got 5. And they're not the same. All of these are not in there because Portuguese is missing. So that one's not. But E is inside of D because Spanish, German, and Korean are in there. F is not in E because this one's got 4 and that one's got 3. It's not possible for a larger set to be a subset of the other set or a proper subset, which is what this means. And then E is inside of F there. Those are the two true ones. So natural numbers, that's just the counting numbers. So 1 through 10, and then the first 3 perfect squares are 1, 4, and 9. So you just take those out of those 10 numbers, which is what we got there. So this one was just asking which one of these represents the complement of A. So this one, right, we can just go through. There's 3 of them. This one just shows A shaded. You want to shade the region that you're representing. This one is the intersection of A and B. And this is the one where everything but A is shaded. So that's why figure 1 was the answer. All right. And then this one, just make sure that we got it in there right. Which of the following Venn diagrams correctly represent the set Q? Well, you got 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and 1/5. For Q, that represents what they call rational numbers. You don't need to know that, but here for this problem. And then I is the irrational numbers, and that's pi e square root of 2 square root of 3. So notice right off the bat that these have nothing in common. So they will be disjoint sets. All of these will be in the I, the blue one, and over here will be in the orange one or the red one. And that is the only one that's like that. On this one, they got some in the middle. There was no intersection. These are disjoint, but they got them mixed up. They got a fraction over here, and they got a few of the rationals over here. Again, they're given that pi is an intersection. No, it's this one. And that's about where we left off. And these are just basic ones. We had a question earlier. I think it was you, Tor, about which ones represent distance. Well, distance in this case is talking about physical distance, to us as humans. So mile and meter are the only measures of distance here. Wattage, ampere, hertz, and volts, so they may measure some kind of wavelength or what. They are not, measuring distance. They're not measuring length like we would expect to us. And of course, second is time, gram, ounce, or weight. So I think that's where we started the recording, somewhere around 12 or 1. So I got everything on there. So anyway, If you got any questions, stick around. So that, so Chantel, I think I saw you went in and took that the new verification, right?
No, sir, I have
You
not.
didn't? It's
No,
real easy now. Now that I straightened out that thing about the responders, because I just tried to convert it from responders, but evidently didn't like that. And so, what about you, Leonza? Did you try it?
I haven't tried it again. I have to
Okay.
try it when I get home on my laptop because it won't let me do it on
You don't
my
have to try it before the test because I
iPad.
don't want you getting stressed out about this over that. But just make sure you do it like with as soon as you can after you take the test, because
Okay.
if you got it working, it's gonna take a whole load off our shoulders. Believe me.
Okay.
All right. So I will see you. If you got anything, you can stick around. I am right here.
so I do have a question, Professor
Mhm.
Cruz. When I didn't get a chance to finish my assignments up in 120 that was due yesterday, I don't see them available anymore today.
I'll see if I can what I can do. I don't know 100% know if I can, uh, because the system is not as working exactly like I think. But I thought that I had gone in. I'll send an email to those people and see if I can, because I specifically put in there about that you could work on it after the date. But I got to see how you can access it then if you're not seeing it, because I'm
Okay.
in this student mode too. Wait a second. Let me go ahead and I'll share it back in a second. Because I got a student mode. And I'll just see if I can see him real quick. All right. Silence. All right, well, good. Yeah, could you send me an email, Justice, about that, just to make sure? Because I'll do it. I don't have any problem with it. It's just that when I do it, if I got something in my email box, it'll help. I don't know if she's still out there. She left. Because that doesn't stay there. Once I close that, it goes away. Yeah, because it's got overdue assignments, and I don't see it up there. You know what? You know what? Stay right here and let me see if I can figure this. All right. Because this is one of the things I'm learning out about this Newton. You control everything over here. So let's see if I can. So which was the ones you didn't get? What was the ones due yesterday? Set operations?
Yeah, those the ones I did. Some of them yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do all of them either.
Let's see if I can do something about it here. All right. I'll just make it till tomorrow at test time. Let's see if this will do it. So tomorrow at test time is 12:30. Okay, let me go back into that mode and see if it's there. Well, let me make sure I did it right, because it seemed like it would be up here. And then I can tell you to look for it. All right, let me try one more time. Otherwise, I'll just have to ask them.
Okay, mine's still up, but it's just showing at the top. It say late.
Well, if it says late, then you should still click on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it now?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. If that's the
Clicking
same,
on-
if I fixed it, then I can do the other ones real quick.
Did you go
yeah,
under,
let me-
what you went under the grades?
I went
Mhm.
under assignments.
Uh-huh,
Under assignments.
all right.
So yeah, just go under assignments, under ungraded assignments.
Oh yeah,
And
I
it
see.
should-
It even
it just
puts it
gonna
on there,
say-
available till. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it just said like due yesterday at 11:59.
I thought, I just have June 5th, 6th stuff. I don't have my 4th stuff.
Might have to refresh your thing,
Mm,
because if she's seeing it
Yeah.
Yeah.
for one that I just fixed.
let's see.
Yeah, go to the contemporary math 120 and under assignments, and it's gonna say all at the top. And it should say all the ungraded assignments and coursework, the Newton Alta.
All right. I mean, I'm able to see it when I hit grades, not the assignment. So,
Okay, let me
Yeah,
do
I'm
you
gonna
might
just
have
try
to
to
go
go
out.
under, let's see, and then it's,
Yeah, it's not gonna let you do it if you go under grades because
yeah, I'm looking,
I
it is
think
not
that's
letting me
what's
do it
already
under
fixed.
That
grades.
just tells you.
Mhm. It's just, let me see something.
All right.
I don't know.
So now, where did you say you went?
I went under
It's not.
assignments under the contemporary math. And
Okay, so if you go, can you, let me share my screen. Let's see if I can share my screen.
so I don't know if you can see my phone from here, Chantel, but
Oh,
It's
it's
like-
on a phone.
well, yo, it's on my phone,
Oh,
but I
boy.
can do it on my I can
Yeah.
do it on my iPad too.
Okay.
But I would have to get out and go on the assignment for the iPad.
Okay, where did you see it?
Under assignments,
It's letting me go
Go-
under
yeah,
grades.
go to the,
I can't go
left.
under assignments. Under grades.
Well, you might be able to go that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I said I don't
Yeah,
spend
I
as
went
much
to,
time on the student
do you
side.
have,
Mhm.
do you own Canvas?
Yes, I'm on Canvas.
Okay,
I'm
and
on
then they should
Canvas.
have
I do-
courses.
Oh,
and
all
they
the way
have-
at the
it should have-
bottom. It's all the way at the bottom of
Okay.
assignments.
At the, oh, okay, all at the bottom. Let me see. Let me see.
All right.
Go all the way down.
I'll,
Cheese with all right. I'm
see
gonna
that. Look
figure
at
it out.
mine. I'm gunning for an A in this class. Look at that. 100.
I bet.
That's not really. That took a lot of, especially this morning. I had to get up. Took me a couple hours this morning to get the last two done. Those are the hard ones. All right, y'all need anything else?
No.
Nope.
Chantel,
Nope.
if you need
All right,
help,
I
just email me and I can help you find it if you can't find it.
But you saw them down there at the past, right? They're
Yeah,
down at the bottom. I'll try to.
Yeah.
I'm able
I'll
to
move
get
that
to
around.
it, but I have to go through grades.
What I'm saying is, you
click
see
on
what
it
I
through
got on the
grades.
screen? Look. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
go
what
to
you have.
grades, go to assignments.
And then go
Okay.
down here. You're on assignments. They're right there.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah.
can see them, you can see them.
Oh,
and
past
it's under past
assignments.
assignment. Yeah, go all the way
Okay.
down.
Let me see. Oh, I see it
There
now.
you go.
All right.
All right, there you
All
go.
right. Got a lot of
All
work
right.
to do. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.